You know, what we're looking for is just to see if we can improve on where we've been. No different than what we did at conference. You know, watching the men and women go and place the best they have since we've been in the Big Sky, moved back into the Big Sky with women third and men fourth. Looking for the same thing. The one thing that's been great about the team this year, both on the men and women's side, is they've run really well as a team, which is one of the reasons why I think we saw the success that we did at conference. And I think if we can do that again, and we're going to go from 12 teams on each side to 40 teams on each side. When you had more teams like that, if we can kind of keep that close bunching, run well as a team, and just kind of do the same thing we've been doing all season, I think we should be ahead of where we were last year, which is all we're looking for is just kind of execute, have fun racing, and see if we end up moving in the direction we want to move.
You mentioned championships a little over a week ago. Women jumped up a spot. The men, same spot as last year, but a great improvement point-wise.
Yeah.
Overall. Great team racing overall, or anything else going on there?
You know, I think a big part of it was team racing. I think Travis has done a good job of setting up, you know, the athletes, the training-wise, and they're peaked at the right time. They're running well. They're healthy. You know, even last, 2 weeks ago, we ran such a great team. We had a couple people maybe fall short, which, you know, it's going to happen. You're never going to have all 7 in the box run the race of their lives. But then you see a few step up where a few kind of maybe struggle a little bit, and next thing you know, you got a team that's running solid. So right now it's a really neat team. Both men and women is very close-knit. They're just having fun, which is a big part of it. When you're enjoying racing, you're enjoying the process, good things happen. So
I saw a few shakeups in terms of leading the pack. The Story sisters came out on top. What do you see from them?
I mean, they're fantastic competitors. I think, I don't know if they had the full summer training. I don't know if their summer training was exactly what they were looking for or hoping for. And we've had a few injuries that we were coming off of. But then to see them, I think part of it is that fitness finally caught up, and you can see, they're very competitive. They race when it's time. And they stepped up and ran fantastic. So, I mean, that was a very impressive. Krista, I mean, that was a breakout race for her to come out and run the way she did. So, it was pretty solid.
Grayson Aller started off kind of coming out on top again this season, but in conference kind of came out a little towards the back end. Is he injured or?
No, he just bonked about halfway through the race. I mean, I know bonk's kind of a term they use in cycling. You'll see sometimes on the hill, and they're supposed to be the best climber, and sometimes it hit him. I don't know if it was altitude. I don't know if it was food or it was just a race or what. But, he was about, he was pushing everything he could till about halfway through that race, and wheels just started coming off. It wasn't a very solid race for him. I don't think he's worried about it. I don't think it's got in his head. It would not surprise me if he came out and he's our top runner here this week. I mean, he's just an incredible competitor. I'm not exactly sure what happened in that situation. The wheels kind of came off, and I'm still so proud of him. I mean, he as a Vandal, it's not like he gave up when they came off. He fought as hard as he possibly could all the way through the line. I mean, when he had Idaho on his chest, he was out to prove something. But so I was proud of him. Sometimes you just don't have your day.
Just kind of an off week, and
I hope that's what it is. I think that's what it is. I mean, his fitness is great. His workout's been great. It just kind of hit him on that day where, the wheels kind of came off.
Okay,
What's that say about the overall team dynamic that you can have your guy that you kind of expect to be the top guy struggle a bit and you still have an overall better performance?
Well, and that's what I was getting at to start with. The team dynamic on both men and women is kind of in that spot right now, to where if you have, you have one or two that kind of fall short, and you have a couple others step up and take the spot and move forward. So, I mean, there's like I say, a good, solid team effort. It's not like people panicked when they saw Grayson starting to come back to them. If anything, it just kind of inspired them. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to get some work done here and help out the team. So the team just ran well. So, but yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I see. You just don't see people panic. It's not, and I think Grayson, disappointed obviously because but at the same time, I think it's not like his team looks at him and thinks, oh, I can't believe, it's one of those things to where everyone just kind of was congratulating everyone, was excited, and you know, we knew we ran the best we could on that day, every individual out there. There wasn't one question from one other person that anyone on that team didn't run their best race. So everyone went and put it out on the line. So assuming we're going to do the same thing here. I mean, it's just kind of the team is. They're just tough. They fight hard. They run together. And I don't think anyone doubts that everyone's going to put their best effort on that day out there. And, you know, hopefully if we get 5 solid performers again, we'll be in a good spot. Hopefully move up from, I think we were 13th on the women last year, and then I'm not sure exactly where we were on the men, I think 21st or something like that. So hopefully we're ahead of that where we were last year. So.
Cool. Any other coach?